Good morning, occultists! In our previous episode, we ended things off after meeting a man doused in kerosene looking for a match with which to set himself on fire. I opted not to give him said match because I thought there may be a way to convince him that life is still worth living and I can get some experience points that way. I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. Allow me to explain. So in between episodes, I exited the game to have some breakfast, and after I was done, I loaded up the save to start recording this episode. As soon as the save loaded up, I was forced into a cutscene where a couple of mafiosos were walking by, and Kerosene Man asked them if they had a match. The mafiosos then threw a match at him, set him on fire, and laughed. Since I knew there was no way to save Kerosene Man, I decided to reload to a point before speaking with him, because if anyone is going to be setting anyone else on fire, it's going to be me. As in, I'm going to be the one setting people on fire, not the one being set on fire. You know what? It's fine. Whichever one comes first, I guess. Kerosene Man, you're in luck. Doesn't this guy look like the actor who played the character Percy, or whatever the name of that really douchey prison guard was in the hit movie The Green Mile, based off Stephen King's hit book, The Green Mile? No? Alright, well, in any case, we'll just repeat the same dialogue choices that we took before, which I think would be, I think the first one? Sure. Wherefore have you done something bad? And then we tell him to calm down. Yes. And then we say this thing which gives us some sanity and esoteric experience or whatever. Sure. And then we tell him to calm down. He tells us that he's gonna give us some cigars in return, Hawaiian imports, and then we give him the matches this time. Dust. Ashen world of non-existence. Now, if you don't mind, I'd very much like to become one with dust. And a final request. Piss on my grave and let the earth drink my shame. Wow. That is actually a pretty awesome lyric. Fantastic. Oh, and you also get an achievement for it, too. Thank you. Whoa! Nice fire dance. That's pretty awesome there. Oh, did he drop something? Lawyer's suicide note. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay, calm down, Arkham. Calm down. Alright, let's see. We cannot occult his body, it seems. Apparently, it wasn't so much the sufferance of the horrors besieging Arkham as the broken, tormented state of his conscience, wherefrom arose his intractable wish for a fiery death. Either the person who wrote that was having sex with a Soros at the time, or they're trying to write in the style of H.P. Lovecraft, which is actually fairly accurate. Written at the back of a typed legal document, this note illustrates the inconsolable regret of a man who tried to cheat his own conscience, or conscious, for the sake of a grand ideal. Oh, oops, I forgot to read this thing. Not a single living creature would ever wish to hear that sentence. She didn't make it. I'm sorry. The awful power of those words seemed more than what flesh and blood was meant to withstand. Upon the news that my mother's sickness had become terminal, madness began its inexorable oration. In my feeble attempt to bring salvation to the unflagging misery of this world, I fed my vanity with my sorrow, and thus came to find myself sitting in the lap of evil. How mortifyingly ironic that by allying myself with Waxface, I became his lawyer, and the embodiment of everything I detested. I was convinced that if I could use the money, tainted though it was, for good and justice, it would not matter. But would an agent of good murder someone, as I murdered that lady at the customs? Yes, it was me who killed her. As with every failure that entails punishment in the law of the lawless, I duly received my share as well. I flinched. I just wasn't as good as a liar as they thought I was. Waxface, slitting her open the lady's throat slowly in front of me, held my hands and pressed them against the crimson maw that appeared on her neck. He's saying, her blood is really on your hands now. Alright, so I guess he didn't actually lose his wife. He lost his mother, I suppose. And then he thought that he was complicit in the murder of some lady in the customs place or something. Alright, well, fair enough. I don't know if that's enough justification to you to set yourself on fire, but, you know, to each their own, right? Yes, indeed. And we might need to do another clean sweep of the city and make sure that we pick through all the junk piles, look for goods. And I think we need to visit the Essex Hotel. Something about finding some dude and some kind of business on the roof. Is that right? Etienne, would you happen to know if there's a party on the roof? That a man named Hines used to stay here. Ah, yes. We're looking for Hines. Etienne blinks a couple of times as if this might help him recollect. Hines, I remember that name, monsieur. Opening the hotel register, he begins to flip through its pages in an elegant manner. Ah, oui. Hines is the inventor from out of town. He was here to meet Monsieur Griffith. For business, I assume. How could I forget his constant bragging about entrepreneurship and, of course, his new patent. Oh, seigneur, that patent of his. Small man, big mouse, if you'll excuse my language. Strolling around with the suitcase all the time, badgering the hotel guests whenever he had the chance. Well, do you know where I can find this Hines? Let me see, monsieur. He twirls one tip of his pointy mustache. I recall seeing him leave the hotel on the night of the special screening. Ah oui, Monsieur Griffiths sent for an automobile to take him to the Arkham theater. With his suitcase that he held so dear, he left for the night. Did he ever reach the theater? Qui sait? That night, monsieur, it was right before everything went downhill. I can't remember much about what happened next. For a short while, Etienne seems to be struggling with an unseen force shrouding his memories until it becomes apparent he has lost the battle once again, a battle that no resident of this town could ever win. So I guess there's some sort of like mysterious brain fog that's affecting everyone and their memory of the Black Day. Whatever, monsieur. I've learned that the worst nightmares are the ones that you wake up to. We are still in the same nightmare, all of us, whether or not we remember when we fell asleep. Okay, well, we know where the Arkham Theater is, but I guess we might as well ask. To the northwest, monsieur, on the High Street, or Pilgrim's Parish, as it's now called. He clears his throat. And I've heard awful things about that place. Those cultists. The shadow of fear has fallen over his eyes now. We Lafayettes have in the past had our own share of peculiarities, but those fanatics, they are a different breed. Once in a while, some of them stay at the Essex. Continues in a whisper. The things they do to each other, monsieur. Rituals of mass debauchery, torture worshippings, things you would kill yourself to forget. Really? Alright, well, in which room did Hines stay? As you already know, the privacy of our guests is inviolable, monsieur, but the room that he stayed in, 104, is unfortunately lacking a door at the moment. So it's hard to preserve any kind of privacy in that particular room, I'm afraid. Alright, special screening. It was the talk of the town for quite some time, monsieur. A foreign entrepreneur coming to Arkham for a very exclusive event, the screening of a moving picture for a select audience. The creme de la creme of Arkham. Mayor Anderson, Chief Constance, Monsieur Griffiths, and even Father Grayson, conservative old gentleman that he was, attended the event. Never saw them again. Etienne nervously adjusts his bow tie. I sometimes can't help but wonder, monsieur. Would things have been better had they still been around after the Black Day? I guess we'll never know. So who is this Griffith? You haven't heard of him, monsieur? He's the owner of the Griffiths Cotton Company. He was one of the most influential men in Arkham, a leading industrialist. He continues while looking away. I also heard that he could be a pretty demanding person, especially to his workers, if you know what I mean. Like, what? He was just a bit of a slave driver? Fair enough. Know these kinds of people, they get rich by exploiting the poor. Man can only do what others allow him to do. I do. I guess... whichever. None of them seem really esoteric. Maybe this, but probably not. I do. Sure. So is there anything else the humble servant of the Essex Hotel can help you with? You have any idea what this patent was for? You know, I was rather hard to pay attention to what Monsieur Hines was throwing at you, but I guess it involves some kind of, let me see. How did they call it? Occupational hazard prevention something? Etienne sighs while straightening out his bow tie. If you inquire about something like how a honeymoon breakfast should be served, you surely have gotten better information, monsieur. No honeymoons in Arkham, though, not anymore. Well, just you wait. The outsider and I, we're gonna get a groove on, son. Maybe son can join in for a threesome or something, but, you know, that's optional. Alright, so room 104, he said. Ooh. Looks like someone has indeed busted down the door. And also, can I take that thing of kerosene, that kerosene lamp? It's just free for grabs, right? Oh, jeez. What in the world happened here? Did Mr. Hines have an orgy with a bunch of homeless dudes? Or did he have an orgy with their possessions? Good grief. Ah. Brave cigarettes and bootleg whiskey. So exciting, in fact, that the outsider decided to do a moon dance. Moon dance? Moonwalk. Moon dance? What's a moon dance? Hines's hazard suit brochure. This gay advertisement presents the hazard outfit in such a way as to compel even the most negligent factory owner into placing an order. Nice. So let's see what this is about. Do your workers frequently get afflicted with Monday fever? Do your most experienced foremen cough their way to the afterlife? Protect them with Hines Company patented worker suits. Ensure consistent production and keep your income stable. Oh, I see. So that's what we need from Hines. Gotcha. Alright, well that's cool. Anything else for me to check out? Or maybe decipher? Perhaps occult? Like the state of this room, perhaps? I guess not. Alright, so let's head on up to the roof. We'll see what this massive party is about. And then we will... Oh, we need to go back to Pilgrim's Parish, I guess, to... Wait. Wasn't the staircase access to the rooftop or whatever? Or past level 3? Oh, it's been cleared. By the cult, no less. Oh, look at that. And see, people say cults are useless. They don't do anything for the community. They're wrong. That is a massive mountain. Am I supposed to... Where's the party, sir? That's not a mountain. Oh. It's him. It is him. Oh. Yes. Take us, Cthulhu. Take us with you. Fantastic. That's it. Game over. Or not. Well, certainly game over for this guy. Fantastic. The dead mobster's brain has been splattered on the floor by his own hand after witnessing the unspeakable, gargantuan entity which darkened Arkham's horizon. Fantastic. Nice. I guess we can actually sell that weapon, hey? Because Sonia's already got her own, yeah? The Feral 270. Great, that'll fetch us a pretty penny, I'm sure. Probably sell it to Honest Bill is what I'm thinking. And we have no new spells to sell. Outsider, you missed it, man. You missed the grand opening of Cthulhu's Mind Hole. Sonia seemed completely unfazed by it, though. Maybe I can speak to her about it. Sonia? So, what happened with the, Sonia? Hello? Sonia? There we go. Oh. She seems completely unscathed. How can you remain unscathed after passing through that noxious street? Oh, yeah, the blasted street. She ponderously turns her glance towards you and struggles to find an answer to your question. Frankly, I'm wondering about that myself. I did not feel any exposure to toxicity, nor seem to have received any apparent physical harm. I sense that your attachment to this realm is merely at a spiritual and semi-corporeal level. You know, I was actually thinking about that, because she has that trait that allows her to not bleed, right? Yeah. I told you already, I haven't the slightest clue. I believe this place is changing me in ways which I couldn't possibly have foreseen or imagined. Is this a trick? Are you trying to deceive me, Sonia? Changing? What are you changing into? Sonia, you must tell me the truth. Is this a sick game? I'm inclined to believe you and you've been loyal so far, but this is getting very strange. These two seem very accusatory. So I'm gonna go with this option. Sonia's displaying her usual inattentiveness as her hazy eyes gaze into the unknown in a state of abstraction. Okay, so I guess she has nothing to say about that. Outsider? Oh, I guess we have new stuff to talk about. Who do you think the Dismal Man is? Any ideas? Whoever he is, he will do us no good. Yet here we are, chasing his footsteps, playing his game of riddles. He thinks for a while. The statuette you found with the cryptic poem. It is a depiction of Cthulhu, one of the great old ones, a devourer of worlds, a cold-blooded deity, fanatically worshipped by the deviant cult your people formed after the Black Day. I suspect this dismal man is indeed a servant of Cthulhu, perhaps a high priest, or even one of his star spawn assuming human form. Yet the real question is this: what does he want with us? You mean the dismal man or Cthulhu? Cause I can tell you what Cthulhu wants with Fabrosi, that's for sure. Maybe we'll find the answer at the end of a road. Maybe he's testing our metal. We may hold some importance for him. I guess we may hold some importance for him. I don't believe I'm of the slightest importance in this tragic universe. Oh, that's a very nihilistic way of looking at things. Sure. Why do you cover your face in rags? Are you a leper? Very tactful thing to ask Fabrosi, but I suppose we might as well. Even the sick have some idea of what is false within them. Although I've come to accept the painful truth of being a monster, I've yet no clues as to the nature of my extraordinary condition. You weren't aware that you were, like this? I prefer a man in the shape of a monster than a monster in the shape of a man. Being a monster would have its uses. I guess I prefer the shape of a man, a monster in the shape of a man, or whatever? Yeah. You watch the creature weighing your words. As do I, stranger. As do I. Another thing. I'm curious about your past. What do you remember? Although approaching the outsider has become easier of late, you can see this question took the creature to a distant place once more. Unhappy is he whom the memories of childhood bring only fear and sadness. But I know not where I was born, save that the castle was infinitely old and infinitely horrible. Beings must have cared for my needs, yet I cannot recall any person except myself. I think whoever nursed me must have been shockingly aged, since my first conception of a living person was that of something like myself. Distorted, shriveled, decaying like the castle, nothing more. Was that being your mother? I don't recall any kind of matronly tenderness. I suspect she acted more from duty than sentiment. I sometimes imagine her leaving the castle for eternal rest after her duty to me was fulfilled. Was she a servant? Did she feel any love for me? The answers were swallowed up long ago by the hungry waves of time, stranger. What remains are either pitiful sketches of a forgotten past, or fabrications of my demented mind. I'm sorry this must be hard for you. For better or for worse, surviving this made you stronger. You're never really alone. God is the almighty father of all living things. Okay, no, we'll go with this option, I think. Perhaps it did. Yet if I had a choice, I would choose non-existence instead of this fate. Please, leave me to myself now. Okay, well, there was another option that we can speak to him about. You told me that you would instruct me in the dark arts. Even if I tell you those arts, as you call them, provide me no comfort in my eternal struggle. I warned you about this path before. Are you still willing to delve into the black unknown? I am. You have chosen your path then. Forgive me if I'm sometimes deficient in passing my knowledge on to you. This will be a first for me. It's alright. My experience with the occult has shown that deciphering the hidden signs under the mystical inscriptions has dire importance in this dangerous discipline. You'll need to master reading some esoteric symbols. Come to me once you have a spell tome or a similar manuscript, and we will practice it together. Okay, sure. So wait, what does that unlock for me? I guess we have to maybe come back to him when we have some kind of spell that we can learn then? Seems, I mean, I've been able to, ascertain the books and stuff this whole time. So I don't know why I'd need to, it's weird. The lost patient, so we have to find him in the Theater of Bones. And that's, sorry, not patient, but patent. That's, I guess how we find the protection to get to the blasted street. Let me just go through the town and, see if I can't, collect some more stuff from the piles. I think I've already looked around this particular map, but I don't think I've checked the other places yet. Hopefully they restocked. Yes, they have. Fantastic. Give me the goods, please. And then we'll just exit through French Hill or wherever the place is. Should be another, yeah, pile here that does not seem to have been restocked. Whoever's restocking is getting real lazy. Gotta say, real lazy. Seriously? Come on, guys. Jeez. Help me out here with the restocking stuff. Good grief. Oh, come on. What? How dare they? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Seriously? Fine. I guess we'll just go to a Pilgrim's Parish then. Good grief. Whoever's doing the restocking needs to be fired, sir. What? Oh. Finally, I guess we have some interaction with this guy. During your previous sightings of him, this reserved and spruce man, whose torpid and statuesque stillness and lacked even the slightest gesture, let alone speech, now speaks to you for the first time. Forgive the churlish fashion in which I present myself, sir, but with all due respect, I must appeal to your discretion. Okay, please continue. Oh, maybe I should give him the Michael Caine voice. If the aged voice beneath the expressionless porcelain mask was any more gentle, it would cease to exist. Oh, it needs to be a gentle voice. My mistress invites you to a tea party in our yard. Our house would be honored if you would be so kind as to join her ladyship. Alright, well, who's your mistress? Her ladyship is one of the most elegant, most erudite women who has ever graced the earth. The hospitality of my mistress confers esteem and privilege to her guests. Please relish a cup of tea with her ladyship, sir. Have no doubt that you, an esteemed guest of my mistress, will be treated to the best possible service. Alright, should I be scared? Very well, I accept her offer. I guess we should maybe approach this with decorum? Wait, we're going now? What's with the music? Jeez. No chairs? What are you, some kind of degenerate that drinks tea without a chair? The voice beneath the expressionless porcelain mask speaks in a trustworthy fashion. Your tea is ready for service, sir. Where's your mistress? Drink the cup of tea. I have other things to do. I should go. Where's your mistress? Her ladyship will be joining you in a short while. Please don't hesitate to start, unless you like your tea cold, of course. Alright, so I'm assuming that he means I should drink my tea. Sure. I don't wanna, bother this guy and turn out that he's able to wring my neck with one hand or something. With the initial sip of the spice-enriched tea, a strange warmth comes down your esophagus to suffuse your stomach. I hope you relish the taste, sir. Sighs deeply. My delicate and glorious mistress is known by the name of the Dreaming Baroness. Even though his porcelain mask fails to attest to his longing, his voice certainly doesn't. She has lived out most of her mortal existence and has already set sail to the deathless cities hidden in the depths of the dreamlands. In short, unless you are also dreaming, your chances of meeting my lady is slim. But don't you worry, sir. I took all the necessary precautions. The tea that I prepared for you contains a sufficient amount of yellow lotus extract. You poisoned me? Spit? What? What did you give me? You son of a... How does that affect one? Well, how does that affect one? It enables one to see dreams of inimitable quality, not to mention that it considerably helps with digestion. Ah yes, thank you. I could always do with some digestive tea that makes me hallucinate maybe. Those dreams aren't the shallow experiences of common sleep, they're profound, enchanting visions of other realities. My mistress, despite her dainty and effete frame, which lies dormant in the mansion, indeed owes the activeness of her manifestation in the dreamlands to this very plant. Okay, well, what does your mistress want from me? My mistress felt your presence in the dreams. She has an inkling that you may be able to help her. Drops his head down ruefully. My mistress is, how can I put it, a prisoner. On her journey of immortality to Sonia Nil, she became enthralled in Thalarion, the city of demons and miracles. It's there that you'll open your eyes to the dreams of your next sleep. I entreat you, sir, save my mistress. She's my blessing. What am I supposed to do? I'm not even believing this. I'll do my best. Always wanted to explore the mysterious realms of the dreaming. I'm not even doing this. I guess this might be the more esoteric thing to say. There we go. Well, just a little bit. The butler with the porcelain mask extends to you a snow globe, which he's holding with great care. This is a keepsake which has been in my mistress's possession almost for the entirety of her long life. It may not look like much, but please remember, sir, objects may assume different properties in dreams, especially if they hold sentimental value for their owners. The butler disappears into the mansion. Dude, you just fucking laced me and now you're buggering off? Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, what's happening? You called the dogs? Oh no, it's Mr. Burns! He's unleashed the hounds. Unbelievable. What the fuck? Wait, is this related in some way? Why am I being attacked by dogs? Ah, geez, he's also put aniseed balls into the tea, that's why. Uh-oh. Carrion dog. Good grief. Okay, Sonia, watch your back, girl. Oh no, she's got rot disease now. Fuck me. Okay, if they all converge around... Yeah, we should be able to launch a little, spit of, Alrazi on them, yeah? Alright, so Sonia, let's get you back a little bit. They plan on launching one there. And then we'll just shoot at these guys, I suppose. Sure. Outsider, let's do a spit of Alrazi on these two. Sure. And then maybe we'll get Fabrosi to do the same. Come on. Fantastic. Otherwise, I'd say move there and... Ah, shit. I was actually kind of hoping that you could do something else. Alright, so... I guess we'll just do it on these dudes? Sure. I mean, we can try to finish this one off. If I get there... I might be able to... Yeah, you know what? Are you kidding me, Fabrosi? Are you kidding me? This whole strategy hinged upon you doing your job correctly. And here you are, not doing your job at all, as it turns out. You deserve everything you get, Fabrosi. You deserve everything you get. Fantastic. Here comes Sonia to fix your problems, numbnuts. Turn advantage. Oh yeah, I think we're actually gonna need to take a rest after this. Good grief. Oh no. Everyone's got rot disease now, except for Fabrosi, of course. Good grief. Yeah, there's no way to do that without hitting the outsider, and I feel like maybe he's fairly close to death, so perhaps let's not. Sure. Outsider, why don't you get back a little bit, and then we'll do the spit of Alrazi like that. There we go. That should be good. Come on. Boom. Okay. His health is dangerously low. Thankfully, oh no, the dog's going after Fabrosi now. And we've all... Yay! It's the Rot Disease Club. That's hilarious. Okay, so we might be able to finish this one off. Fantastic. And Sonia goes next, so she should be able to finish this one off as well, I hope. Let's get you in a little bit closer. There we go. We done did it, folks. We done did it. Young was right. And I guess we advanced in our angst. Great, thanks. That's just nice. Let's go for the... I think maybe distracted? Sure. Because I'm pretty sure we get journal entries fairly often. Good grief. Alright, well, I thought I was going to head out to whatchamacallit, to Pilgrim's Parish, but nope. We are very diseased, very sick, and very wounded, so I think we're gonna need to take a rest here. And I think we should probably take off Danforth's compass, because that messes up with our... Oh, elegant snow globe. As if eternally frozen in a waltz of exalted solitude, the graceful posture of this emerald lady makes this otherwise a simple optical trickery a mesmerizing thing to behold. Fantastic. Alright, well, I'm actually going to end the episode off here for now, just in case we get attacked in the middle of our sleep. Because that's going to take another, 15 or 5 to 10 minutes or whatever. We'll come back tomorrow, and I guess since that guy's laced me with poison, or not poison, but that kind of like sleep tea, my guess is that the next time we sleep, something's gonna happen, and then maybe we'll get to meet the Dreaming Baroness. I mean, that's usually how these things go in these games, but I guess we'll see, and then we'll head out to Pilgrim's Parish and find Hines, etc., etc. So for now, thanks for watching and have good breakfast!